And we are back with a Fox News alert. The Israeli military now says Hamas has lost control of the Gaza Strip as residents evacuate south. And tonight, IDF says it has hit 5,000 targets since its ground invasion began. Also, we are learning that tomorrow, Israel will evacuate babies from the Al-Shifa hospital. That's the hospital where Israel says Hamas has a headquarters underneath it in a vast system of tunnels. Our Jeff Paul is live on the front lines in southern Israel with more on all of this. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, Anita, a late night of fighting here along the Israel-Gaza border as Israeli forces continue to hit northern Gaza. In fact, just a little while ago, we saw some flares being shot up into the sky, and then a short time after that, you could hear the booms of possible outgoing artillery as well as possible airstrikes. Right now, the IDF is focused on tightening their circle in and around Gaza City, and they're targeting the areas around some of that area's main hospital. And the reason they're doing that is because the Israeli army believes that they are using the hospital, Hamas is using the hospital as a stronghold for their operations. Now, the ongoing bombardment is reportedly leading to power outages at the hospital, causing patients to go untreated and more civilians to flee. Israel estimates 200,000 have left northern Gaza for the south over the past 3 days alone. But tonight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu making no mention of an all-out ceasefire, saying if people want peace, Hamas must be destroyed. Now, today marks 5 weeks since more than 200 people were kidnapped from their homes here in Israel and taken to Gaza. And many people tonight in Tel Aviv getting together for a rally to remember those people, hoping that their showing of support will somehow bring them back home where they belong. Anita?
All right, Jeff Paul live for us on the ground in Israel. Jeff, thank you. Okay, so a lot going on there in Jeff's report. Something interesting he mentioned right off the top is that tomorrow Israel will, it says it will help evacuate babies from the Al-Shifa hospital. Guy, I know you want to make a point about this, but I want to go to Sarah first. Does this piece of news assuage some of the protesters? What do you think?
No, I don't think it will. Look, the Hamas terrorists did not give the Israeli people living in the kibbutz, living along the border, any time at all to evacuate their children or their family members. In fact, they targeted the young people. They raped, they pillaged, they did the most brutal, horrific acts. And I would hope that it would assuage some of those protesters, but I don't think it will. These groups, these terrorists in the Israeli IDF, as well as Mossad, knows it very well. They use children as human shields. They do so. Al-Qaeda did the same thing. Islamic State did the same thing. They did that in Afghanistan as well with the Taliban. So I would hope that people would come to reason and see what Israel is doing is the right thing by targeting Hamas and by saving these children. But I don't think so, Anita. I don't think so.
So lots of news, as I mentioned, thank you for that, coming out about what's happening there. One of the things we just recently heard is that the Iranian president has called for the creation of a Palestinian state. So I don't know where that goes, but he said, quote, from the river to the sea when he called for this. Guy, what do you make of that?
So that's the destruction of Israel, as we know. The Palestinians have been offered a state multiple times, very generous offers, and they have rejected it at every single turn, and then immediately attacked Israel after the peace negotiations failed because of their own rejection. I see that the president of France is calling for a ceasefire. Right. The Israelis should ignore him completely. That is an immoral position from Emmanuel Macron. It's shameful. I know we were talking about, I just want to note this, the protests, the pro-Palestinian protests, so-called, today and yesterday. There's going to be a massive pro-Israel rally in D.C. this Tuesday. And I think that needs to be as big as possible to send a really strong message because of the propaganda war that's underway that we've been talking about. One last quick note about the hospital. Israel is going to help evacuate babies and children from this hospital ahead of this attack that's coming. They should get credit for that. This is extraordinary what they're doing to help protect civilians. The screamers, the anti-Semites, the fanatics won't care at all. But the goal here, obviously, by Hamas is to point at Israel and say, look, they're attacking a hospital. And I think that is the point. They are attacking a hospital, or that's going to come. Why? because Hamas set up their headquarters at the hospital. That is about as evil as it gets.
Yeah. And, you know, with that in mind, Joey, I want to ask you about this comment from President Macron in France calling for a ceasefire. With all of that in mind, I want to get your thoughts on that. What does that mean for the U.S. when the president of France says that?
Well, France is no stranger in years of late to surrender, being saved. So maybe it's just in their blood at this point. Listen, Netanyahu has a war on his hands. He needs U.S. support. I don't believe they could conduct this operation without U.S. tangible support. There's an argument over what that looks like, but I think that they are reliant upon us, if for no other reason, than to purchase bombs and bullets. We need to see resolve among our administration. And when just going back to that last segment, when we talk about the propaganda war that's out there, I don't know that the president of Iran is going to sway many people. But the president of France may. Mm-hmm. And so when you talk about the free Western world coming down in this way, calling a ceasefire a legitimate argument in a time of defending yourself, the best thing I can sum this entire debacle of how the messaging is coming out, the best way I can sum it up, something I saw on Twitter. There was a headline that said, Israelis get in a firefight at this hospital. And the comment under was, why is the hospital shooting back?
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and, you know, it's interesting. We're going to have to leave it right there because we're running out of time. So much more to say.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.